Hello there, my name is Carlo and I would like to introduce myself. However, instead of going on and on talking about who I am, I would like to talk about some of my most memorable assignments, what made them so special, and my love and passion for Nissan Z cars. Hopefully by the end of this video we'll get to know each other a little bit more. Being a career airman in the U.S. Air Force, I've been stationed stateside, Europe, Southeast Asia, and even had a few stints in the desert. However, my most memorable assignments were Osan Air Base in South Korea and Spangdahlem Air Base in Germany. Korea is memorable for a number of reasons. I was much younger and single when I first went there, so my friends and I made sure that every night was like Friday night. We worked hard, we played even harder. I met a lot of good people too, both military and civilian. In fact, I still keep in touch with a lot of my Korean friends. The local delicacies were also among my favorites. Bulgogi, kimchi, even the chicken sold on the streets was amazing. A few months before I left though, as my tour was winding down, a co-worker introduced me to a very pretty girl. Her name was Daisy and she worked in Seoul. Such a pretty name for a pretty girl, I thought. Fast forward a few years later, we're now married and still together. We don't have any kids, but we're working on that. After Korea, I was fortunate enough to get an assignment to Germany. I've seen countless pictures of Germany, but never really understood how breathtaking the country really is. From the farmlands of Doggendorf to the bustling streets of Munich. Germany is simply beautiful in every way. My favorite place in Deutschland, however, is the Nordschleife, or North Loop, also known as Nürburgring. The Ring, as it's commonly called, is a 12-mile racetrack located around the town of Nürburgring. This is where auto manufacturers and weekend racers like myself go to pay our respects to the racing gods. I've taken BMWs, Hondas, and Audis to the track, but my weapon of choice has always been my 2008 Nissan 350Z. It certainly wasn't the fastest on the track, but it always brought a smile to my face. My love affair with Z cars began at the young age of 11 when I first saw the 300ZX twin turbo. My friend had posters of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Porsches, but I had a picture of this Nissan's poor man's Porsche on my wall. I didn't really understand what that meant at that time. All I knew was this car was beautiful. When the next model, the 350Z, came out, I just had to have one. I bought one in 2004, but I sold it in 2006. But I bought another one in 2008, a much improved model. 2 years later, I stumbled upon a great deal and purchased my dream car, a 1996 sapphire blue 300ZX twin turbo from the Tran. The car was sexy and made all the glorious turbo sounds only car guys can appreciate. It was also very quick, even for an older and heavier sports car. Unfortunately, the honeymoon was short-lived, as I had to leave Germany and sell the car. I'm still on the lookout for a pristine 300ZX turbo, but in the meantime, I'm still enjoying my 2008 350Z and also added a 2013 370Z to my garage. One day, when I retire, I'll have my fleet of Z cars. So there you have it, a tiny peek into who I am. I talked about my most memorable duty stations, Korea and Germany, and what made those places truly special. From Korea's crazy nightlife to Germany's beautiful landscape, to meeting my wife. No day passes when I don't miss those two countries. I also discussed my undying, almost obsessive love of Nissan's Z cars. As I grow older, every new model gets a little bit faster. I'm hoping the trend continues. Thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to watching your video. Good night.